Hail Inspections 101. Like and subscribe for more content. Leave a comment below with requests for content and training you would like to see in the future. We're out in the Spokane area today. We're going to walk you guys through how to do an inspection so that you get all the photos we need to be able to send to the insurance company and document everything to be able to supplement correctly and support the file. First photo you want to get is right when you get out of your truck. Make sure you get a photo of the front of the house, and then we're going to do the overviews followed by close-ups of damage on each elevation. This is going to help us keep everything organized. We're basically trying to paint a picture for the adjuster. We want to paint a picture so that they can know exactly where the damage is and help them support paying for items without having to send somebody else back out or confirm it with their photos as well. So an important thing is to just check the top of light fixtures, top of items for paint, anything like that. Kind of look down the side of garage doors, anything. This is not the direction the storm came, so we don't have anything here right now. But those are the things you want to check that are susceptible to damage. Once you've confirmed all the damage is covered or addressed on each elevation, we're going to step back and look at the next elevation. We want to make sure our elevation photo gets the entire side of the house included in it so that we can see exactly what's going on. This helps us in this situation where we're replacing siding. We know that we need to address the electrical and other items as well. And we can do all that from your overview photos. We're going to follow those overviews with some close-ups, showing the extent of the damage. We're also going to show if there's any insulation behind the siding. When the siding is torn off, they'll have to show if there's house wrap or not. On windows, it's important to get an overview of the window, followed by a close-up of the damage. Here you can see we've got damage to the glazing bead right here. But if we look at the very bottom, that is actually part of the frame. And so we need to get a picture of that showing that the window cannot be repaired, that's actually part of the frame. We're gonna get a picture of the fascia and the vents that are broken. Just close-ups of everything. What we always say is elevation overview photos help us write the estimate. The close-ups is what gets everything bought. And get an overview before we start our close-ups. All right, so once we get done with that, even though there's no damage over here, we want to get an elevation photo. If there was any gable cornice returns, we'd use these photos for that. Opposite side of the storm, so not anything this time, but just good to know.
Or if the siding's not available.
Yeah, good call. All right, we did all the elevations. That helps us show the supporting collateral. Now we're going to go ahead and jump on the roofs and see what we got going on. First thing on the roof, we're going to check the number of layers. We're going to look and see if there was gutters here. Check and see if the hangers are installed through the drip edge. That's important, whether damaged or not, because if they're not damaged and we're not replacing the gutters, you're going to have to detach them, reset them in order to replace that drip edge. We're going to get up on the roof. We're going to come over to the one side, do a couple overviews. Come up and over. You can show the high profile ridge cap here, if there's any roof vents, anything like that. Take another overview right here. We're gonna come to this side, snap an overview from this side, and an overview here. So if it was a little more cut up, you might have to do more. You could go over and get individual photos of the dormers or anything like that. We're gonna show that there's damage to the vent here. We're gonna go look at the bottom of any valleys. We're gonna look and see what's in the valley. Did they use ice and water shield, valley metal, rolled roofing? We're gonna show any gable cornice strips, any cornice returns that we see. And then we're gonna document the damage. Again, overviews. We're gonna be overview of this left slope. And you can see there's damage everywhere on this thing. So this is a Pretty straightforward one. I mean, you can circle as many as you need in this situation. There's no reason in going crazy. Yeah, I mean, you can see. And if you were to feel these, they're kind of soft like a bruise on an apple. Again, overview of the test square. A couple close-ups of the hits. The damage to the flashing around the chimney. Damaged furnace cap. If the vents or flashings are tarred in, that's something we want to know. If they were painted, you would want to take a picture of that. So here's one that's tarred in. That flashing's probably going to get chewed up, but in this situation, it looked, as I say, there's a hail hit right there, so it's got to be replaced either way. Show at the bottom of any runs of flashing, if there's any existing kick-out diverters. IRC requires kick-out diverter at the bottom of those. And again, just showing the overviews there. Okay, that's everything on this roof. We're gonna go take a look at the shop. All right, so we've got photos of damage to the fence all the way along here. The vinyl fence. It's also good to talk to your homeowner and find out ownership. If it's all theirs, if they split the cost with a neighbor, anything like that, because the insurance company is going to want to know that for applying their portion of the coverage. Going to get any outbuildings, again, we're going to start at the front. I don't care if you walk to the left or right or whatever's easiest, but the important part here again is getting the overviews followed by the close-ups of the damage. Again, helping us paint that story. Get a close-up of the damage. Little half rounds are really good to get pictures of. You see the bottom side edges get broken off. Okay, so dents in metal siding, metal doors, anything like that. Piece of chalk. It's going to make it show up in a good photo. Again, getting an overview and then a close-up of the damage, but throwing that chalk on there kind of helps show it for a photo to document it for the insurance company. Yeah, we'll chalk this up too.
Yeah, because there's
dents everywhere on this thing.
Yeah.
So again, good overviews, good close-ups, show the damage. It looks like it came in more from that front side here. All right, even if they've paid for it, make sure to get a good overview of each slope. It gives us the ability to show steep, high, any wind vanes, weather vanes on the end, anything like that. Got a high profile ridge cap on here, the same as the house. It gives us a good idea of what's going on. And then the metal shop there too. Another important thing to document is on the on the rakes. Document whether the property has existing starter row on there. This roof does not. All right, metal roofs. Important couple things. Rake metal, ridge. Do we have a ridge cap or a cap on the end of the ridge? Is there closure strips? This one just has a bunch of bees in there. But if you can get close, you can see if there's closure strips on the peak. And then you come down to the bottom. See if there's eave metal, and then if there's a closure strip inside of the R panel here. Depends on the type of roof on what you'll have. The other thing is looking on the inside to see if it's insulated. So due to some access issues, we weren't able to do it today, but on those windows, when you see frame damage, it's always a good idea to get inside, get a picture, an overview of that room and an overview of that window. That allows us to see if there's blinds that need to be reset, if it's a wood window, how the jamb extension and the casing is all put together. That affects the estimate on everything. And when your subcontractors give you a quote, you'll know if that's correct and what to submit to the insurance company accordingly. Independent Adjuster Solutions is a boutique supplement and invoicing company that builds around our clients to streamline efficiency with insurance claims and restoration. Feel free to reach out for a free consultation.